Shonda Tony donated $5 through Super Chat. Hey then folks. Eastside Herald donated $2 through Super Chat. At Heidi Klein Beast that F hash up LOL.
What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. Apologize for the time. If you see, I'm having some lighting issues. I'm trying to get it right. I don't know what it is. It's always something. But I'm your host, Ed Honcho. Welcome to the den. If you're not familiar with the den is the best conversation on the internet. The reason why it's the best conversation on the internet because each and every night, you guys make it such a fun and entertaining conversation. Even before I even get here, real quick before we dive into it. Shonda Tony, Dita Gamma, Eastside Herald, Just Sarah. Appreciate the love. I mean, the show ain't even got started. Y'all have been dropping a lot of. You see that? You see what I'm talking about? So I was fighting with that. Super chat love, and I greatly appreciate it. We're not going to talk about envy and empathy, and I'll get more into that in just a second. Y'all may see by the thumbnail. Let me do something a little bit different tonight. You know, as I've been working on trying to contribute my part into making this the best show on the internet. I've just been having some ideas and some thoughts, and then kind of tell y'all some of the changes that'll be taking place starting tomorrow. Some of y'all know about the pistachios, and we will be hitting the reset button on those. Let me know if this sounds a little bit better too. Yeah. First, it is my honor, my pleasure, and most of all, my privilege to be here. Real interesting day. I mean, it seems like a year ago I was thinking about I was in the garage, and it's a real sad day. We'll get into that. But let's see what we got joining us, and let me get the pistachio bot on. And like I said, we'll talk about everything that's gonna shake in the next couple of days. And cut Spotify off. I don't want to hear that. But I see 335. What's the motherfucking deal? Culture. John from NY. My favorite New Yorker. Beyond a funny nigga. M. Grace. Always good when the Grace family can join. When the Grace family can grace us with their presence. It's always good. Just Sarah and the Honcho, the main Honcho shirts are coming. I promise. I did some things today, and so that will be happening. Marquise Newhouse, what's the motherfucking deal? Who knows where my cousin Clowney gonna sign. Sweetberry, Jason S, what's the motherfucking deal? Dita Gamma, what's the motherfucking deal? Eastside Hero, what's the motherfucking deal? Heidi, Terrible. You're a terrible person. Surgeon General's warning, Heidi. D-Love, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Shonda, what's the motherfucking deal? Going to Jamaica? I'm going to slide out to Jamaica. Yes, make sure you're in the live chat, not the top chat, because it is terrible. Okay. All right, I think we good. Are we caught up? Don Imus, is he still alive? Like, is he still alive or did he die? You know, I don't know why I thought he was dead. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, Ron Elijah, I missed you. I apologize. But you're probably already out of here. You know, Ron Elijah comes in to speak to the ladies and then dips out. You know what I'm saying?
Hi there.
Just a few weeks ago. Well, I thought it was. Well, I don't think he was like dead years ago. I thought he died like 2 or 3 years ago. I thought it was like shortly after the nappy-headed hose thing. I must be thinking about somebody else. Footballer 503, what's the motherfucking deal? So let's talk about some stuff, man. And why I want to get into empathy, envy, and those things, and what I mean by that, I will. and I'll kind of get into why I'm talking about that. Some of y'all see Nipsey Hussle on the thumbnail. Some of y'all saw Mark Zuckerberg. And there goes the trusty old vent. So there's that. Heidi is a terrible person. The pistachios, what I'm going to do, what I'm thinking about doing is showing a little bit of love, because I have had the early birds from the last few nights. And I was thinking about, you know, nobody wants to start off at zero and then you have to start from scratch. So I hadn't added the early birds from the last few nights. So some folks may start off with some early bird bonuses, if you will, and get them ahead of the game. So I mean, somebody has to have pistachios if you're going to steal them from somebody, right? You can't steal what doesn't exist. Well, we'll get into socialism and all that other stuff later. Anyway. But yeah, so they're going to reset at midnight, and then I'll be adding up all the early birds from the last few days and make sure everybody gets, you know, their just due. And we're going to go from there, man. And then, like I say, so what will happen with the pistachios is if you donate, I think it's like $1,000 per dollar. You can steal them. Early bird, you're still going to get the bonus pistachios. Calls, you're still going to get your pistachios for calling in. Really encouraging more participation. And what's going to happen, whoever has the most pistachios at the end of the month will get a special Den Show prize, some form of merch. I actually saw some interesting things that are available. I hadn't checked in a while. And then, like I say, top donator at the end of the month will get something. So that way, you got 1 or 2 ways to you know, get a little prize, right? A little something. I want to give back. The least I can do. And I think, you know, a participation grade is the best way to make that happen. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. So my thing is, everything that's been going on as of late, with the rich and the poor and the coronas and all of these things, right? And there's some people. I'm gonna pull something up because I want to start doing. Like I said, I want to start doing this. I don't know, maybe I'll call it Twitter Tuesdays, or I may just do it all the time anyway. I think I got everybody, make sure I got everybody down. Yeah. I want to pull up a couple of things that I came across that bothered me, right? Man, I'm telling you, I had OnlyFans. Like I told you, that's what I was going to do the lady shirtless den show on. But for somehow, like, my account got all fucked up. Like, they couldn't fix, like, the banking information. It got, like, stuck. It would never change. And I just said, fuck it. Plus, you got to be there for a little bit before they let you do the live streams. But, you know, it is what it is. But let's get into it. So, a couple things I'm going to pull up, right? And this is the shit that bugs me, right? This is the shit that bugs me. So you got people who complain about how much rich people give when they contribute to various causes, charities, they're searching for a cure, whatever. So Mark Zuckerberg, I think him and it was like two other people. I can't remember if Bill Gates was part of that or not. Basically, gave like $25 million to Corona research, and somebody had something to say about it. And in fact, they they had a little video that they made about it, and I'm gonna share that with you. And I'm gonna shrink myself. Let me shrink myself down here so that way I'm not so much in the way. Because I want you to see it. I'm not gonna have the sound on because it's playing, of course, Cardi B in the background. And we're gonna talk about a couple of these things that happened, right? So first, let's make sure I got the right thing. All right, cool. Let's do this, right? I want you to watch this video, and I want to know your thoughts on it. You know how stupid people are too, right? That's it. Imagine, imagine that being a meaningful video, right? That's just such a powerful statement that this individual just made. Kind of like little tiny Honcho here in the corner. This powerful statement that this person just made. Imagine all 81 billion of fucking Mark Zuckerberg's fortune being liquid, right? Anyway, there's that. That's one person. Again, and this happens all the time. This is why I say I get frustrated. Here's another example, and I'm gonna kind of show you a couple of things on this one. Right here. And I'm no fan of this individual. I'm not a fan of Zuckerberg. I really don't give a shit about it anyway. This one says, FYI, this is the equivalent of me donating $30. It's absolutely time to tax billionaires out of existence and use their money for public needs. This is a thing. And, people sit here and say that, oh, y'all are crazy. There's a lot of people who feel this way. These are the same people who don't want to pay landlords. They want to live in place for... These are the people who believe that government housing is a good idea. Maybe they never watched Good Times. Maybe they've never really been to the projects. Maybe they think all the shit that the rappers are talking about is really cool or something. I don't know. But let's kind of get into it, right? So here's the thing. It's kind of, I guess it's a little wider, so it's kind of say. But basically, this Kylie Jenner donated $1 million to Los Angeles healthcare workers for coronavirus aid. That $1 million will go to providing face masks and other supplies to healthcare workers. Imagine complaining about this. And then she puts, the real-time net worth, right? $1 billion. Imagine that people think that Mark Zuckerberg and Kylie Jenner and Bill Gates are just swimming around in a bunch of money like Scrooge McDuck, right? And I'm not saying, when people just, I'm defending all the money. I don't want to be just, I want to be rich one day. I don't want anybody to take my money. We'll have to deal with it. I will be rich one day. You have to speak things into existence properly. So she goes on down here to complain. And I mean, look at this. Almost 94,000 likes. People that like this, that think that this is a good idea. I have literally donated a higher percentage of my wealth to this crisis than Kylie Jenner. Imagine people thinking this is some form of virtue signaling, I guess. I wish you would have admitted or acknowledged how much of it is. Because if you have fucking $10 to your name, you donated $5 fucking. Wow, big whoop-de-whoop. This is also a person, like I said, I am promoting an April rent strike, so don't pay your rent. Since people are going to be evicted, and she's going to encourage their homeless, and I hope she has money to pay to help these people. Looking at the replies, I had to mute this because I want to say for the record, I've donated more than 30 to mutual aid funds, despite being laid off. And some of y'all want to lick the boots of billionaires while they're grinding your face to the dirt. And again, this guy right here has a little bit of sense. You kind of see, he says they could donate 10 million, it wouldn't be enough. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, it is what it is. But these are the type of people that are out there. I don't understand it. But then again, these are people who've given up. These are people who feel like, and this person appears to be, I don't know, she looks a little beat in the face. And not in the cool way where y'all talk about putting a bunch of makeup on. But these people are generally pretty young. And they've just given up on life, man. That's it. That's, to me, that's the only thing that you can justify, in my opinion, is that you've given up on life. If you're mad at people for having a lot of money, oh, they're hoarding all the resources. What the fuck? How are they hoarding the resources? that you didn't have access to anyway. You see motherfuckers becoming millionaires maybe at a slower rate right now. No, actually, there's a lot of people making a shit ton of money right now. There's a lot of people making a whole fucking lot of money right now with very little and multiplying it 1,000 times and then some. So, you know, there is no excuse. The only excuse is that you blame yourself if you're not willing to take the risk. And that's the thing that bothers me. And this is why I talk about envy. You know, under the guise of empathy, she's saying, oh, you know, well, she should give more money and she should do this and she should do that. But in reality, she's envious of this person having all these resources. I guarantee you, had this person worked to be where they are, you can say, oh, well, the Kardashians didn't work. Well, hey, look, it's a lot of people with a lot of fame and a lot of attention. And, you know what I'm saying? And they have not capitalized on it. You know, at that point in time, I would say Ray J might have been the reason the Kardashians are famous. Ray J didn't necessarily capitalize on it to that extreme. You know, I know he's done a couple of things, but Kim Kardashian went from being the jump off to being a fucking, I mean, probably one of the most popular people in the world. And not only her, she put her whole fucking family on. Paris Hilton had a show on Fox with Nicole Richie, and they were probably doing a bunch of heroin. So my thing is, like, I'm not faulting the Kardashians for capitalizing on their fame and blowing up. Do I agree? Do I care about what they do? No, not at all. But to know that you can do that in a country like America, yet you want to change it and be like some of these, you know, socialist places where, again, we've yet to see this thing be successful. People, oh, well, it'll work here in America. Yeah, right. Okay. Show me where it's ever worked or come close to working, and then we'll talk about it. But you ask those kind of questions, and, you know, people get real quiet. So my thing is to know that it's a possibility, and it's not even just them. It's like you think about the Spanx lady. The lady who did Spanx, she faked the funk, and she faked it till she made it. And I think she was on Oprah, and basically she rearranged her apartment to look like it was an office, and she had some friends there working with her or whatever. And then, you know, Spanx became like $1 billion company, right? And so my thing is like, what the fuck? Like, how can you hate the fact that with the right strategy, with the right effort, with the right mentality and work ethic, you can do anything in this country. That's the beauty of it. There's a lot of fucked up shit that goes on, but if you keep your head down, mind your own business, and you focus on the goal, you can do anything in this fucking country. And it doesn't matter who the fuck you are, right? And that's my problem. Is like, you have a lot of people who sit there and say, oh, these people should have donated so much more. And again, and they're talking about Bezos, he should have donated so much more. Do you realize if like Bezos, most of his money, most of his wealth is Amazon stock, right? And so if Bezos sold all of that stock, it's a likelihood he could fuck up the entire stock market. Like, Amazon is a huge company, huge fucking company, top 5 stock, I'm sure, in the world, top 5 company in the world. I'm just throwing out there. And say the guy who owns the biggest percentage, and I think they said he owns something like 11, 12% of it. So imagine he sold basically just 1/10 of the company. And then he sits here and says, and the people who are watching, well, why is he selling all that? Other people are going to sell too. The market's going to panic because Amazon is in your house. Amazon's in your Alexa. It's in your fucking Fitbits. It's in your fucking, it's on everything. I mean, you know, everybody's ordering from it's a fucking, it's logistics at its finest. No other way are you going to get a package. You're going to order something and get that bitch tomorrow or 2 days. Yeah, on your doorsteps, in your house. You can have them come in your house now. They got food. They got the Whole Foods. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. And imagine being mad at a man who made your life that convenient. Because I don't think people realize the work it took. It takes special fucking people. There's not a lot of these type of people on this planet. Sam Walton was one. Jeff Bezos is one. And people said, oh, they just took advantage. Do you understand like the level of detail that these type of people pay attention to grow, to beat the competition, to just excel in their own fields? Like, instead, people just see the money and complain. People never see the fucking work. And that's what makes me sick about people. Like I said, we live in this fucking highlight film generation where it's always the end game. You know what I'm saying? It's always the fucking end game. Well, he's got all this money. He should do this. And he should do a fucking thing. I wouldn't give a damn if Jeff Bezos didn't give a motherfucker $1. Like, I would not care. Because my thing is, before you go out and say, well, you should be doing this, what are you doing? And if it's that big of a deal, why don't you go make the money and then give it away? Nobody's going to do that. Nobody would ever fucking do that. And these people who say, oh, tax the boots should never have billionaires. Let's stop buying. And they're texting this shit from fucking iPhones. I bet if I go back and look at some of these fucking tweets and things, I bet it probably says sent from iPhone or Twitter for iPhone or some shit like that. Don't buy the shit. Buy the fucking cheapest bottom of the barrel shit. Don't use the fucking internet. Don't do anything that puts money in these people's pockets, right? Right? And that's what's going to happen. That's why I say we're going to get into some of that about the world is changing, and it's going to be interesting, to say the very least. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Big M, a.k.a. Tom Segura, is here. Shout out to Big M. It took me the long. Like, I was trying to remember, like, who the fuck Big M reminded me of, and I said that a long time. Like, he reminded me of a comedian. I couldn't think of who it was. It was like a couple of months ago. It's fucking Tom Segura. That's exactly who the fuck it is. Miss K Grace in the building. Roman in the building. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But again, Pop Smoke said, "Well, that's funny." Yeah, and that's the fucking crazy shit about it. You know what I'm saying? Fucking 335. But that's the crazy thing, man. Yeah, TikTok, and that's what I say. Oh man, don't even get me started on TikTok. China's fucking setting y'all up, fucking pigs to the slaughter. But I'm gonna make me a TikTok just for y'all, just for the people. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, and black on the internet bothers me too, Heidi. So we're in the same boat. Yeah, like they're like the Den, the Sauce. They have not been getting pushed out there, and you know they can blame it about not having workers there to fix the problems and issues or whatever. That's not it. This is a ploy to shut us down. But Jen Smith, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Something else I want to talk about. Oh, and I want to talk about the Nipsey thing. And this is what I'm talking about. So I want to tie this into one. You know, it's been a year since Nipsey was killed, right? Selena also died on this day several years ago. Selena, a very talented woman. But here's my thing about Nipsey, and this is what I say about empathy and giving back, right? Nipsey gave back a shit ton. Gave back to his hood, gave back to people who were doing bad, was giving back to the community, had started STEM programs for, underprivileged kids, was working with to try to get gangs and things, removed from certain areas. Gets killed by a fucking scumbag, right? Fucking scumbag. The same type of people that you're trying to give back to, the same type of people that you are looking out for, the same type of people that you're trying to reach out to benefit the children of these people like this. He had a store where he hired only felons, no guns in the store, things of that nature. And this is why I say, like, these people who go out there and virtue say, oh, they should do this and they should do that. Then when the ones that do it end up getting wiped out or getting messed over, they have nothing to say about that. They have nothing to contribute to that. And again, I'm not faulting him. Hey, if that's where his heart and his passion was, it's unfortunate that it turned out the way it did. We've heard a lot of stories like that. That's almost no surprise. But that's why I say, like, and I'm not surprised about the people who don't. Like, when nobody doesn't, like, because it's something. That was another tweet. I didn't pull it up. I'll probably pull it up one day. I'll probably recap little Twitter things that annoy me. But somebody was talking about, people really want to go get PhDs, become lawyers, and do all this to get rich and not to give back to the hood. What the fuck has the hood ever done for any of these people? Like, if I guarantee you, while so and so was dropping his mixtape and you were busting your ass studying, nobody in the hood was cheering you on, right? You know what I'm saying? Nobody in the hood was hey man, you're doing a good thing going to college, man. I'm rooting for you. Hope you get a degree. You know, when you put them 6, 8 years or however long, whatever amount of time you put in to have that upper tier profession, nobody's rooting for you. But once you get on, make sure you come back to the hood and put us on because, you know, we deserve it. It's like, it's come on, man. Heidi, you're a terrible person. I saw what you said. You're a bad person. Heidi's a terrible person, and I love it. But you know, my thing is Nipsey. I mean, DeMarque. How dare you? But all I'm saying, man, is it's your choice. If you want to give back to people, give back. But you'll never be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? There will be people who will take it, and they'll be happy in the moment, but they'll always want more. It's like the whole it's like the whole teach a man to fish thing, right? Those are the only people who ever appreciate you. When you show somebody who wants to obtain something for themselves, and they go out and learn how to do it, and they feel those successes for them. Otherwise, those people keep coming back to you, keep expecting you to do it. You know, so it is what it is. The itis is when you sit down to partake in a delicious meal, and it stimulates your innards in a manner that gives you a bit of sleepiness, if you will. And so, you know, after a good meal, when you want to relax and lay down a little bit, and you just kind of get the sleepies, or it might be diabetes. I don't. It might be diabetes, but when you get tired after eating a good meal, that is what they refer to as the itis. So you know, there's that. But let's get into it, man. Let's open up the line. I've been ranting for a good 30 minutes or so. And let me see what happened. We'll talk to it about it. Talk about it in a second. So we'll go from there. Give me 1 second. Let me put the line up. Oh, damn it, I've been missing some text messages. Give me un segundo, por favor. No, don't tell me the phone lines on that bullshit tonight. Oh, there we go. Okay. But it is. All right, let me see where we at. All right, cool. Wow. Okay. Well, while I was doing that, let me put the magic headphones on. They are not magic, but sounds good to say. I gotta figure out this lighting issue. We gotta work something out with that. All right. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the Denline this evening?
It's your boy Roman.
Roman Reigns, El Presidente. What's on your mind, man? How you feeling this?
I'm feeling good. I got my goddamn spot back, bro. Number one.
Okay. Roman back on top.
Don't forget the OG was doing it for like weeks upon end, but I'm back.
As the king has returned. Okay. So what's on your mind? What's on your mind, Mr. Roman? How you feeling about tonight's topic, sir?
I like this topic, man. I like just talking about it. I would have did the Tiger King do. I haven't watched it yet, but when I watch it, I'm gonna talk about it. But I gotta watch it. So, but before I talk, man, R.I.P. to Nip, Selena, two artists that was gone before that time. Could have done a lot more, but what they did was already great enough. So, I know they're in a better place. But R.I.P. to them. But talking about this topic. Honcho, you I'll be honest with you, man. You ain't got no disagreement with me tonight. I think I agree with basically everything you said. Only person, this is the only type of people that I can't stand, Honcho. Is people who proclaim something when they already had something. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about the Kylie Jenner. Like, she should not go in the Forbes magazine and says that she's a self-made billionaire when her family already came from riches and wealth.
But
I feel
why
like
not?
you're not self-made. Hold on, let me tell you why. Because you already came from it. Self-made is when you, in my opinion, and which I think the rightful definition is, when you come from nothing. When you come from nothing, you build something to become self-made. Look, Honcho, the thing is, if I already was inherited probably a couple millions of dollars, and then I grow on that millions of dollars, let's be honest, man, that's a lot easier than growing from something while I'm growing from nothing. You get what I mean? Now, you're right about one thing. Kim put that family on. When she put that sex tape out, it was all out. Now, the Kardashian name was already known because of Robert Kardashian with OJ, but she put them on. Help with Chris, because Chris was managing all that. But she put that on. So the thing is, everybody already know, you are the sister of Kim Kardashian. It doesn't take that long to create a business. And it's not even that. Honcho, her shit's so damn shady. Shows you how shady the Kardashians is. Because she makes this makeup line, right? Mm-hmm. Millions of dollars she makes it. It's basically supposed to be the competitor with Rihanna's makeup line, you know. And the big complaint about Kylie's makeup line was that, you know, it doesn't include different skin tones from other women. It's really more, let's be honest, targeted towards white women, while 50, when it comes to Rihanna, is targeted towards and the products they give towards multiple women. She had Kylie had 6 lawsuits about stealing and how they stole the product name. Well, not the product name, but the product, but how they stole the look, but how they stole how the formula was made, but how they stole all that. 6 of them, it just shows me that family is known for that. They're known for stealing stuff. So, number one, you already come from money, and then you have lawsuits of you stealing things with multiple evidence that you have to pay these women off so they don't talk no more. And that's the issue to me, man. That's not self-made. But when you talk about Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates and all them, look, I totally agree with you because they came from nothing, you know.
All right, so here's where I'm gonna disagree with you. Okay? People hit the lottery every couple of weeks, right? Or if you think, I don't know, state lotteries, you know, maybe Powerball, whatever. Somebody hits that shit every couple of weeks. Do you know what the average amount of time it is for a person who hits the lottery to go broke?
So when didn't they say like a couple months?
No, depending on how much you win, but generally they say it's about 3 years. Within 3 years, people are broke again.
3 years. Well, yeah. It was matter of how much you win.
Okay, so my thing is this: been a lot of people born into a lot of wealthy families, wealthier than the Kardashians. You know, more successful, more well known, but have not taken the opportunity to capitalize on it. Here's my deal with that. Self-made, yeah, maybe her family had some money. Doesn't necessarily mean that she had the money, but she was garnering attention from being on that show. She capitalized on it. So a lot of people are on what is that shit? Everybody watches these housewives shows. Everybody watches these other shows with all kind of women. And why don't they capitalize in this same form or fashion? They're getting millions of views. They're getting plenty of attention on them every week. My thing is, she was intelligent enough to know that, hey, I'm going to strike when the iron's hot. I'm going to utilize the opportunity because it doesn't last forever. I'm going to make a name for myself, or I'm going to capitalize off the name of my sister if it's hot or whatever it may be. And I'm going to market myself. And so it takes, and here's the biggest thing. Marketing is the biggest thing of all this shit. Because a lot of people who try to do a lot of different shit, who try to sell a lot of different products. And there are celebrities who've come up with various lines and things like that. And they never sell, they never get off. And they're generally well liked. They're generally start off, when they started their business after they were a celebrity, they had millions in their pocket to do so. But they never grew companies to the $1 billion mark. The other thing about only having certain shades for certain people, I don't give a shit. Like, if I got a target market, if these are the shades, if I've done my research and say, okay, these are the shades that sell the most, then this is what the fuck I'm going to sell. Like, point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, if these particular colors, if it's only 6 colors that sell better than anything else, then this is what I'm going to market. This is what I'm going to sell. This is how I'm going to jump my shit off. I know Rihanna's thing, and that's cool, fine and dandy. Not knocking. I don't know the details of it. I know she's gotten popular with her. I think the makeup and the lingerie. Cool. More power to her.
Yeah.
But my thing is too, and then with the lawsuits, I don't know how makeup works. It's a sketchy area. Hey, look, if you beat the shit legally, or you get over my thing is it doesn't really matter. The money's already made. I don't know how you copyright or colors or makeup or whatever. Like I guess maybe there's ingredients or formulas, but again, whoever had that must have been sloppy with their formula or whatever, and allowed somebody to count. Like I don't know how that whole part of it works. It just seems real weird, like makeup. I mean, as long as I'm not calling it the exact same color and the exact same brand, if it's you got some rose red lipstick and I'm calling my shit rose red lipstick, other than that, I don't know. That to me that just seems kind of strange. Like it's almost like somebody fucking suing Borden for making milk after they've been making milk. It seems like there's certain things that are gonna have certain ingredients that operate so. I don't know. Maybe ladies, y'all can tell me I'm wrong. I don't really fucking know.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll say this. Now, I get what you mean. I understand what you mean. I'm not saying I don't, but this is where I find it's not self-made. This is where I find somebody that's self-made. Somebody like Tracy Ellis Ross, right? The daughter of Diana Ross. Yeah. She has went out there and she stepped out, and she's Tracy Ellis Ross. She's Tracy Ellis Ross before she's Diana Ross's daughter. We all know she's Diana Ross's daughter, but she's Tracy Ellis Ross. She's done something different from her mother. She's managed to make this brand bigger, just as big and just as sizable as her mother did.
So you don't think her being Diana Ross's daughter allowed her any a foot in the door ahead of somebody else, or an opportunity that somebody else who may not have been the child of a well-known celebrity? You don't think she took any advantage of that?
I'm not saying it could. I'm not saying it couldn't. But she still did a good job, and she did a damn good job separating herself from just being in her mother's shadow. This is why I have a problem with Kylie. The thing is, when you look at her, what does she do that's different from her sister? All her sisters.
I don't know what any of them do. Like honestly, like.
Well, the thing I'll tell you, Honcho, they do that.
No, but they make money. So I mean, I can't. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm like Honcho, but they do the exact thing. Is one thing I'll give. You give what I mean. She works better for younger artists, for people. Let's say I give her age group about 15, about I don't know, 25. She is their Kim Kardashian. Well, Kim is more those. Kim is not as marketable as she used to be. I mean, she's a woman that's what almost in the 40s with 4 kids. I mean, she's not as marketable as she used to be.
Are you saying women can't be marketable with 4 children and being in their 40s? Is that what you're saying? You sound like a sexist and a misogynist, Roman, and I'm very disappointed. I'm extremely disappointed in what you're saying right now. You're telling me because a woman goes on to become a lawyer and she's doing something with herself because she's not placing herself in the kitchen. She's gone out and seeking an education and she's working on prison reform and doing good things for society, that she's no longer marketable? Is this what you're telling me, Roman? I can't believe the things I'm hearing.
I'm lucky I'm in the den because I was in public. I've been eating.
I'm frankly disgusted. I can't believe this.
But look, you know what I mean. The thing is, she's not, when it comes to what she used to do with the pictures and all that, she's not as marketable as she used to be. She's still Kim, but you know what I mean. I give her that. But I'm just saying, what separation are you doing to make yourself bigger than your sisters? You're not, because you're still, you're part of the Kardashian family. It's not like you've done something like how Michael Jackson separated himself from the Jacksons. Everybody knows he's part of Jackson, but he's Michael Jackson. It's Michael Jackson then the Jacksons. That's how big he became himself and what he's done to the impact he's left. That's all I'm saying. You haven't done nothing to separate yourself from something else when you already had something to build on. That's what I'm saying. But
But here's the thing, and I get it. I get what you're saying about Michael Jackson, but the Jackson 5, wasn't that the stepping stone to get there? And then
Yeah,
that was a family affair, and then he took that stepping stone and took. It's not like he just jumped out of nowhere all by himself. Yeah, he was the front man, and yes, I get all that, but it's not like he just did it by nobody. And when it comes to all of this stuff, very few people do it all by themselves. Again, like I said, the very special people. But here's the thing: that same girl, she could have easily laid up and said, "Well, we got a couple of million. I ain't got to do shit. I could go be." I could go be some ball player's baby mama and just live off that for the rest of my life. I could go be like one of the others. Like, how come none of the other sisters capitalized in the manner in which she did? And that's my thing. So she took it as being one of, I guess, the youngest one or one of the younger ones, and ran with that shit. She took it and she ran with that shit and scored a game winner. Like, I don't know the other ones. It's some rough looking Kardashians too, but why haven't they done it? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not as easy as it sounds. Like, you have to have a game plan. You have to execute when you're that popular. You got people trying to tear you down at every angle. Like, it's some type of effort that goes into it. And I can't knock her. It's not like she just woke up and somebody just gave her $1 billion. It's not an easy task to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who have had the hundreds of millions and will never get over that. Like, and that's all I'm saying. So she tapped into her popularity or cis pop, whatever it may have been, and capitalized, and that's why she took advantage of capitalism and she capitalized. So I have no issues with that.
I'm gonna say this. After Mike left the Jackson 5, which is in like the late 70s, because Off the Wall came out in the 70, 79. So Michael, just different producers and different people like Quincy Jones and Rod Templeton and all of them, and created what he is to become Michael Jackson. You get what I mean? That was him. I'm not saying you get help from people, but he had the mindset of what to do. He was the one who bought the Beatles catalog. He was the one who did all that. That was Michael's thinking. This is the difference when it comes to Kylie. The thing is, you have a mom in Kris Jenner who runs everything. She's the moneymaker. She's the Don, okay? She's the motherfucking godfather. She runs everything. So this is how my thing is. You already come from wealth. You already come from something to establish yourself about. How much was it you to think of this makeup line? Or was it your mama who thought of this makeup line? Who created everything? So let's not get twisted. Kris was the one who picked out the sex tape and gave it to the porn producers to make that shit public. Kris did that, not Kim. Kris did. So that goes back to me, how much you are self-made and how much this is Kris doing this and not you. Because she's running everything. That's why I say she's not self-made. Because you have people running stuff for you when you're not doing nothing. And you already come from something established that I just don't feel like you're self-made for nothing. But everybody has their different.
All right, so
like I said, when we talk about,
so if we're looking at it in that context, then, right? If we're looking at it in that context, then Michael Jordan's not the greatest basketball player ever because he had a coach who helped him get to the next level. Kobe's not as great as he was because he followed the blueprint that Michael Jordan laid. Like, everybody has someone to help push them to the next level, whether it's in business. That's why you have accountants. That's why you have artists have managers to keep them on track. Like, all of these people have, like, so I'm if her mother is her manager, then that's what it is. Hey, here's some ideas. This is what we're going to do. You execute it. Like, there's always a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. I know you heard that saying. So it's like. And if she saw that, again, she could have been a bum-ass bitch and been like, I don't really want to do that. I could just go. Like, she had to do the execution. And again, am I sitting here praising, like, I think she's the greatest person? No, I don't give a fuck. But what I'm saying is, it's just like, Shaq wasn't, he's just 7 feet tall. Shaq was the big behemoth. But anyway, Elijah wants the goat. But my thing is just like, come on, man. I'm not going to knock anybody. If you take something and you multiply it, it is what it is. You can't call her a self-made millionaire. No, because she probably had some millions, placed in her favor. But she took those millions and turned them into billions. Whether it was 1 million and she did it 1,000 times, or if it was multiple millions, she did it several hundred times. Like, it's not an easy task to do because she could have also went all in and fucking took some big L's and lost a lot of money. It's a lot of people who lost a shit ton of money. You know what I'm saying? So. Who tried to make those gambles, who've done those. It's I can't knock it. Like, I can't knock it at all. Like, but my thing is, whether that is or isn't, she can choose what she wants to do with her money. If it's $1 million, I guarantee if that $1 million is properly allocated, it's going to be it's going to be beneficial to those people who have that mask and feel more comfortable wearing that PPE when they go to work and feel protected. And it's going to be more so than whoever the broad is that's claiming, well, she could have gave more than that of her money. And she's talking about giving about $30 or whatever the fuck it is. My thing is like, the shit is dumb. And my thing is like, this is America. It's a competition. And the people who bitch about it are the people who are losing the competition, or they don't want to play the game. They think it's unfair. There's a lot of places. It's a lot of places that you can go if you don't want to compete and you want to be treated just like everybody else.
When it comes to America, it's about winning or losing, like you say. America is nothing but the motherfucking casino in Las Vegas. Okay, you can pit in $1 and walk out with $100 million. You can pit in $100 million and walk out with just nothing you came in with. So that's how it runs. People only, in my opinion, have an opinion when they have done something. Or put in some effort. The thing is, like, I don't listen to people who haven't voted. Like, I always ask, did you vote? And they say no. Shut up. Then you can't say nothing. You get what I mean? If you voted, you have an opinion because, hey, you went out there and you did something. You get what I mean? Now, look at me. I can't vote yet, but I will vote. So I know my opinion is going to mean something because I'm going to vote. I'm not excited to vote, but I'm going to vote. Anyway, the thing is, I think that's what people who have an opinion. But I'll leave it off with this, man. When you were saying Michael Jordan and all them, the thing is, when it comes to people like Michael, both MJs, they already had it. They just had people to grow it up for them. Like you say, see it more, but they already had the talent by themselves. You get what I mean? When it comes to somebody like Kylie, was it that she already had the talent, or was that Mama seen something and let me grow from something? Because Kylie did not look the same in 2010 than she looks in 2020. Lip, shit, ass, all titty, all everywhere. You get what I mean? You create the look. You were never the look. You create the look. You get what I mean? It was...
Lil' Kim don't look the same either, but, man, we ain't tripping.
Boy, what you say?
I said Lil' Kim don't look the same either, man. We ain't tripping.
Yeah, man. But, no, good talk, Honcho, man. I know somebody else is on the line, man. So, good conversation, man.
All right, Mr. Romo, I appreciate your call, man, and I appreciate you expressing your viewpoints, man.
Man, anytime, man.
All right, have a good one.
All right.
Doo-doo-doo. Baggage claim. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
Yo.
Mr. Kim. How are you this evening, Mr. Kim?
No, I'm doing good. Sipping on some Michael Kors and some honey whiskey.
Tennessee honey?
Yeah. No, not Hennessy honey.
No, Tennessee. The Jack Daniels Tennessee?
Oh, yeah, Tennessee. I'm thinking about Hennessy. I don't drink damn Hennessy. The last time I drank Hennessy, I was abducted by aliens or the government. I still haven't quite figured out which one it was, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
Yeah, we're going to have to definitely hear that one.
What's been going on, man? Talk to you in a minute.
I don't know, man. Like I said, just been a lot of intriguing things. You're up in NYC. Are you avoiding that Rona?
I'm avoiding the Rona as much as I can. I don't walk in fear. I'm an eagle. I fly, and I feel like what's for me is what's for me. So, if it's for me to get the Rona, I'm gonna get the Rona. And if it's for me to, die from it, I'll die from it. When it's my time, it'll never be a mistake. It'll be intentional. So I'm still running around here doing my work, not as much as I want to because everybody's scared. But, for the people who's not scared and for my clients who are still willing to work with the boy, that they're not scared, I'm out here, working, doing my thug thistle, thug thizzle, however you say it, damn it, uh, with my camera in hand and making it work. I'm actually editing some photos as we speak.
Okay. Okay. So,
What about you, man?
what?
Are you staying clear of? I call her Rona Alize Jenkins with her ghetto ass. I call that bitch
Rona Alize Jenkins. And then how did you come up?
Jenkins.
How did you come up with this name?
Anybody real ghetto, I always make their middle name Alize and their last name Jenkins. So she's a ghetto bitch. Like Hurricane Katrina, she's Hurricane Katrina Alize Jenkins.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no. But how are you doing? I don't see your mask on. I mean, look, you're dealing with a lot of people online. I mean, they say Rona might be 5G. 5G might be coming through the internet wires. Who knows?
Mm. I saw something about that. Very interesting. There was a guy posted a video of a tree next to one of those. I forgot what you call them, but next to one of those the little towers, the little 5G towers, and how one side of the tree was like completely dead, and then the part of the tree that was furthest away, the part of the tree that was furthest was like there was a little bit of green left on it, and so
Yeah, I've seen that.
and so I thought that was wild.
Hey, John. Look, John.
Just Sarah donated $2 through Super Chat. Dipped in her new Kenneth.
No
Sparkling
mask,
heart. Okay.
no
Victory
gloves. I
hand.
just said, look, what's for me is what's for me.
Mm.
I ain't out here. I do what I normally do. Motherfuckers act like they ain't never washed their hands in a day in their life. I normally wash my hands. Every time I don't touch my face. Even when I'm home, I don't touch my face. Period. And when I wash my hands, I always wash my hands like I'm supposed to. I wash underneath my nails like I'm supposed to. I've always did that. So nothing has changed for me, So I ain't wearing no fucking gloves, and I ain't walking around here like no damn Asian. Y'all kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. I ain't fucking on my damn makeup for no damn Rona. Kiss my ass. But look, though.
Yeah.
I got a couple of stories to tell you. It's about 3 of them. I'm trying to make them fast as possible. And it got something to do with your empathy.
Heidi
Not
Kleindienst
envy,
donated
but more so
$2 through
empathy.
Super Chat. Officer Kleindienst is near.
Okay. So my birthday was last. What day was my birthday? Last Friday. Yeah, I keep forgetting.
Okay, happy belated.
My birthday was. Thank you, man. It was really nice. But I had a photo shoot on my birthday, and it was really great. It was a 15-look photo shoot, 6-hour shoot, like extremely long. But yeah. So after the shoot, I wanted some food. I wanted some seafood. But they were closed. So boom, I wanted some Popeyes. Boom. So they closed like right when I got to the door. And I'm like, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting for my cab to come to pick me up, to take me home. And a young dude asked me, he looked well able bodied, and it really pisses me off when I see young people, especially young men, asking for money. That really bothers me because especially if they look like they're well abled, in their body, and they have they're mentally intact. They're mentally intact to ask me for some fucking money. So you could be mentally intact to get a fucking job, okay? And I just think about, I'm out here, doing my thug thizzle, and I get, acupuncture 3 times a week. I get like epidural injections in my spine once bi-monthly. I'm on like these fucking Percocet pills 3 times a day. Like I take so much shit for my spine. Like, I've had like 2 spinal surgeries. And I'm out here like following my dreams and, doing everything that I have to do you know, to not just make it, but to like thrive out here in life. And here it is, some like young kids like begging for money. You know, so I'm in a good spirit. And, you know, I give the kid, you know, he's like, you got some change? I reach in my pocket, I give him some change. And I had like a bunch of quarters in my pocket. And I, you know, give him, you know, all my change in my pocket. And dude was like, you got 65 more cents? Nigga, fuck you. Look, give me my fucking money back. Give me my damn money back. Give me my damn money back. You know what I'm saying? Take the damn money and go on to the next fucking person you gonna beg for. Standing on the corner in the busiest part in Harlem, you know, asking for money. You know, I walked away. You know, and right in front of us were some pennies on the ground. So I pick up pennies. I bend over and pick up pennies. You know, obviously these pennies, you know, weren't good enough for your young ass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I pick up the damn pennies, going about my business. I go, motherfucker, cab dropped me off. I wanted some Taco Bell. You know, go to Taco Bell. Get my food while I'm in there. Another young dude, you know, I'm hungry. You know, I need something to eat. I about to do the whole meal. You know, okay, good for you. Have a nice blessed day. Boom. Go home. Drop my stuff off home. I'm like, you know, I want some Chinese food to go with this fucking taco. Yes, Chinese food. I've been eating Chinese food. I don't give a fuck about it, Corona. Okay. Go get some damn Chinese food. Boom. Go to the Chinese place. In front of the Chinese place with another man. All these fucking men standing. And CVS is hiring. Amazon is fucking hiring. You know, who the fuck is the dog? Who is that? Is that Lindsay? I'm confused. Or is that Jen? Is that someone named Jen? Hello?
That's my fault. It is a current den folk in the den. So whoever guesses, whoever can figure out who it is, they'll get 10,000 pistachios. Oh. That'll get wiped out at the end of the stream tonight. We reset pistachios at the end of the stream. Yeah, I didn't want y'all to hear all my clickety clacking, so I hit the mute thing real quick. So
she's all right, you know. But yeah, you know, little jalapeno man, you know, he asked me for, you know, little jalapeno man, he asked me for some money. Boom. I get, you know, I'm like, you know, I give you some when I come outside, you know, from the Chinese place. While I'm in the Chinese place waiting.
Professor Trill donated $2 through Super Chat.
A black woman comes.
Honcho, eyes, like no, a star, cruise ship, enterprise thruster
like
mechanic.
The fifth person within an hour and a half to ask me for some money. Boom. You know, and she walks out. I get my Chinese food, walk out. I get a little jalapeno man some, you know, little piece of money. Literally, while I'm giving this man,
Heidi Kleindienst donated $2 through Super Chat. Did I turn Kenneth straight? Flushed face.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't see me like, what is this? The fucking perverted uncle that just gives everybody dollars to sit on their lap? Like, you see me giving somebody else some money. Common sense would be like, well, let me not, you know, ask the same person for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all motherfuckers don't got no shame in y'all game to beg on the street corners all day, all night to ask for money, but y'all got shame in y'all game to, like, in the line for a job. Like, that shit really bothers me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was the story about my Friday excursion, specifically about that guy that, you know, my $1.75 wasn't enough for him. He needed 65 more cents. Yeah. And dude was like, I'm trying to buy a soda. And I'm like, a soda is a fucking luxury. That's a luxury. You, like, a gallon of water costs $1.75. And that's why I don't take y'all fucking street life serious. Yeah, it's definitely $1.75 for a gallon of water up here. And, you know, I don't take your homelessness serious because you're not a gallon of water that's going to suffice your thirst for quite a while. You're not thinking about that. You're thinking about a luxury that is a soda. See what I'm saying? Like that either A tells me dumb as fuck, or B tells me you're not in such a bad situation as you say you're in. You see. Um, so those are the same people that would be online and saying such and such isn't giving the amount of money that they should be giving. That really bothers me. Okay, the other thing I have to say is, I told you about the whole like spinal shit, and it was one time I was in a hospital, and I was like, "Woe is me." I was in the hospital for like a couple of months, and I'm like all like depressed and shit, like, "Oh, why me? I'm so young," and all of that. And then the nurse, she comes in the room, and she's like, "Okay, Ken, give me a hug. I'm leaving. You're not gonna see me again." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, why?" She's like, "I'm going on vacation." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, good for you." She's like, "No, it's not good. Well, I have cancer and I'm having like surgery." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I felt so bad. Like this lady's like battling cancer, and I'm like sitting here, like all in my feelings because of my like spine." You know what I mean? Even though, like, don't get me wrong, that's nothing to play with. But, it's nothing compared to cancer. And she's like, telling me her stories and whatever. And that moment, humbled me, and really, like, from that moment moving forward, that really, brought me down a couple of notches to understand that there's someone else out there in life always going through something worse than you are. There's always someone in a worse predicament or situation than you. So just be thankful for what you have. The last thing that I want to say, one of my clients called me last week, and he was like, I asked everyone, I really need a favor. I'm kind of sick. I don't have the Rona, but I'm kind of sick. And I really need for you to do me a favor. And I'm like, okay, what's up? And he's like, I want to see if you had the time to take care of one of my clients. This is like a home aide. And it's a home aide who's an inspiring actor. And I'm like, okay, so what's wrong with the person? And I'm like, I've never been like a home aide in my life, but I do have empathy for people who need home aides because I used to be in that type of situation. And he's like, it's a 45-year-old woman. She's like, she can't walk. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? So I had a nerve. I'm like, I couldn't walk once upon a time, so I'm like, all right, I'm in, whatever. And like, I spoke too fast. And, I didn't ask as many questions. And you're like, I'll give you 300 for the day, and I'm like, okay. I mean, she lives in Times Square, and I go to this lady, and it was the nightmare before Christmas, let me tell you. Like, I have never in my life dealt with anybody who was, she was beyond rude, disrespectful. This lady, I almost fought this lady. Like, in my mind, I almost fought her. In my mind. She could not walk. I had to bathe this lady, like, wipe her fucking pussy, okay? I was, like, face-to-face with 45-year-old puss, okay? And not just regular puss. I'm talking about jungle-to-jungle puss, like unshaven puss, you know what I mean? And I was like face to face with this like wild bush in my face. And it was like, that alone was disrespectful, number one, And, I had to change her diaper. I think she had like MS or something, And, she believed in God, and like we prayed and things like that. And like, I'm thinking we're like, getting to a great start, but before I seen her jungle to jungle pussy in my face, so I was traumatized from moving forward from the pussy. Okay, boom. And she was just acting so strange and acting like it was the end of the world over every little thing. And then by lunchtime, like everything that I was doing was not good enough. And, you know, she began to be like very angry and, you know, just not in the spirit of thankfulness. And I know, you know, I've been in that situation, you know, where you're angry when you're in that situation, you know. And so I don't have MS, but I have not been able to walk for months at a time. So, you know, I can kind of somewhat understand what she's going through, you know. But it was like horrible. Her attitude was fucking filthy. And she was white. Okay. So I kind of felt like Django. Like, I kind of felt Django. And you already know I have this complex with white people who think that they are X, Y, and Z. Like, that's I have a thing with that, you know. So I already felt like I was belittling myself to wipe this fucking white bitch's pussy and change her fucking diaper, okay? You know. And I have to say bitch because she was a fucking bitch. I mean, there's no other way to describe this lady, you know. And she was 45 years old. She wasn't an old woman. She didn't have, like, not one head of gray hair. I came home and I had, like, gray hair all in my fucking beard, okay? My fucking beard was gray as fuck when I came home. Like, it came out of nowhere, okay? So this bitch, like, she's like, I want you to drive me to Peekskill. And Peekskill is like, it's like an hour and some change from the city. You know, I drive her car, and I call myself driving cautiously. You know, I've never been in a car accident in my entire life. And she's like, you're driving too slow. And I'm like, no, bitch, I've never been in a car accident, okay? So I'm not trying to let my first accident be in someone else's car, because I ain't paying for shit, okay? I ain't paying for shit. This ain't my job. I'm covering for, like, a client who has become a friend of mine. And I'm like, you act like you could drive, ho. Bitch, you can't even move your fucking legs. You need to be satisfied with what the fuck speed limit I'm going. It ain't like you want to rush to go no damn where. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like you trying to run to get to the post office. Bitch, you on the fucking seat. Sit down and relax, you know? So, like, we're like, you know, we driving it. I'm driving and shit. You know what I'm saying? And, like, we get to the light all the way in the right lane. She's like, I want to go to Starbucks. Starbucks is all the way in the left lane. We're at the stoplight. And I'm like, I mean, I can make a right and then do X, Y, and Z to, like, try to get over there. You know what? Never mind. Forget about it. Forget about it. Starbucks is over. Starbucks is over. You know, and I'm like, oh, my gosh. Girl, like, it's not that serious. Like, calm down. You know, I told you I can take a ride and we can, like, get to Starbucks. And, just forget about it! Forget it! You know? And I'm just like, you know what, bitch? In my mind, I was like, this bitch, like, yo, she been testing me all day. Like, you know, so boom. We get to Peekskill, get to the gas station. She wants to go get gas. So I get out the car and I pump the gas because, of course, she can't get out and pump it. So I get out and pump the gas. And when I turn, you know, the lever or whatever, like, gas, like, pours out of, like, where it's connected to the hose, like, where gas is not supposed to come out. So it, like, got all over my coat. You know, so I finished pumping the gas, give her the receipt, and I'm like, I tell her I'm about to go in the store and wash my coat off because gas was on my coat. I went in the store. I spent about 5 minutes in the store, in the gas station, washing my coat. And before I left out, I told the attendant, hey, there's, like, a malfunction with your, like, pump number X, Y, and Z. You might want to check that out because it's going to happen to the next person. I go out. This bitch falling all fucking out. Like, oh, my gosh, you left me. And, like, she's going fucking nuts, though. Where were you? And, like, we're not talking about, like, this huge gas station. We're talking about, like, one of those small gas stations where you can see everything, you know, from the outside. And she was going nuts. And, like, I'm like, yo, I told you I was going inside, gas filled. Do you want your car smelling like gas? Like, no. So, like, chill out. I'm in so much pain. Oh, my gosh. Where's my pill? I'm like, yo, this dude never prepared me for this bitch. I would have said no. Like, I would have never said yes to this. Never. You know, and I'm all the way in Peekskill, an hour and a half. I can't just, like, leave, you know. So I have to, like, thug it out. So I get in the car. I give her fucking pills, and all of a sudden she's fine. The bitch is fine. But I kind of checked her a little bit. I raised my voice a little, but not that much, you know. And she wanted to go to Walmart. We go to Walmart. She wanted me to transport her into a fucking wheelchair a certain kind of way. I do that. Anyway, we get in Walmart, do all this shit. She's not following instructions. Like, don't leave me. I want to keep my eyes on you. Please don't, like, drive away from me in your motorized car. You know, like, stay with me. You know, the bitch keeps leaving me. You know, like, I can't find this bitch. The bitch done left me while I'm at the register. You know, I'm looking for this bitch. I got to go to the fucking customer service. Anybody see a woman rolling, please let me know. Like, it was that bad. I cannot find this bitch. Like, where the fuck is she? Are we playing hide and seek in Walmart? You know what I mean? I finally found the bitch, okay? She's in a cat food aisle, you know. Oh, my gosh, I fell out the car. You left me. No, bitch, you left me. I told you to sit your raggedy ass here, you know, and not leave me. You know, of course I didn't say that, but in my mind, I've been cursing her out all day in my mind. Like, yo, I've been cursing her out like heavy. And, you know, by then she was like, you're such a demon monster. And I'm like, okay, what? Okay, wait, go back. Now you're calling me a demon? I don't play with that spiritual shit, huh? I don't play with that. Don't berate me. Don't berate me. And I've been nothing but nice to you. Don't berate me, you know. And then she's like, fucking, I can't even fuck you, just motherfucker, just fuck her, just motherfucker. The bitch sounded like the bitch from that movie where the little girl came down the steps and she peed on herself, like that bitch. The Exorcist. She sounded just like that bitch. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this lady? Like, I need to try this motherfucker $1,000. Like, I need to charge $1,000 for this shit, you know? So, I mean, it was just so many other scenarios that happened in the store that I'm just not going to go into. It's just a laundry list of things that happened. We get outside, and she's like, well, put the bags in the car. I want to get some sun, you know? So I park her little fucking wheelchair, you know, in front of the Walmart, like on the side, where it's like some benches. And it was like two black guys sitting on the bench. So I go, put the shit in the car, and I call myself doing her a favor by driving the car in front of Walmart. You know what I mean? So the bitch wouldn't have to roll far, you know? And she's like, what are you doing? I can't believe you. I mean, she's just going off, yo. And I'm like, lady, I'm trying to, you know, be nice. And I call myself, you know, doing you a favor. And she's like, well, you're too close. And then she's like, well, back up. And then I got back in the car and I backed up. I got out of the car. You're too far away. I got back in the car, pulled up. Now you're on the sidewalk. And I said, look, okay, I'm tired. But I just yelled, and I yelled, and I just lost control. And I'm not doing this shit. Like, you're going to get your ass in this car, because I can leave and I was like, I can leave your ass right here in Peekskill, boo. I have cousins who live in Peekskill. I was literally debating whether to leave her ass literally right there in Walmart and get my cousins to pick me up and just go on about my business. And next thing I know, the fucking black men approach me like, you don't need to be talking to her like that. Like, the save a white lady syndrome that niggas have. Niggas love to save some white pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit bothered me. You know, like, you don't even know this white bitch. You don't know what this white bitch has put me through all day. And that little yelling that I did, that was in no far, like, that was, she should, never mind, I'm not going to say that. But she should have got, like, way worse than that, you know. Dude stepped to me like he wants to fight me. And I'm like, yo, we could thump right here. Like, don't let the eyebrows, like, kind of fool. People just be getting mistaken by the eyebrows and shit. Like I'm not about that life, you know? And I'm about to fight this nigga because he want to protect this white bitch. You know what I mean? Come to find out, the white bitch told him that she was afraid for her life. Come on, like, the white lady told these black dudes that she was afraid for her life. What the fuck am I going to do to this white woman? Like, Honcho.
Sounds
when
like
I
you got
tell
put
you,
in quite an awkward predicament by doing this favor.
a favor, Honcho, when I tell you, I ended up driving her ass back to the city. She was talking about me on the phone, like, as I was driving the car. Like, this how thorough this bitch was. She was like, yeah, this new guy, and he was, like, yelling at me and just treating me so bad. Like while I was, like, right there driving the car. And I'm like, man, she just don't know. Like, you know, she really did dominate me. He definitely did. But I know my strength, and I know what I'm capable of. And I just couldn't do what was in my head because I have a conscience, a conscience. And I just couldn't do what was in my head because what was in my head was to leave her there with no one to care for her and no one to, like, drive her an hour and a half to the city. And bottom line, but I did leave her downstairs. I did leave her downstairs when I parked the car. I left her in the car in front of her building in Times Square. And I just left her there. I called my client, who I don't look at him as a fucking friend anymore, but that's what, like, he just played me, you know. And I did leave her downstairs, and he called me. He was like, yo, what the fuck happened? And I'm like, she's like, oh, of course she played the victim and said all the bullshit, and she never did anything. She's like, you left her downstairs, and she was out there in the cold, for an hour, and she peed on herself. Bitch, she on her fucking diaper. She peed on herself all fucking day. Like, what are you talking about? But that's basically that's basically, like, the story summed up. And all in all, I'm saying that empathy. I had empathy for her. My empathy is the reason why I did not leave her evil, pissy, shitty, hairy, jungle to jungle pussy ass in Peekskill. Because I had empathy for her ass. And empathy is what kind of saved her that day. Because I was once in her position with not being able to walk. But, however, I would never treat my caregivers that way, ever, And I know she has a lot of, battles to face, I guess, but she's not old, and that's what got me. She was only 45. But, yeah, that was my story, man. Sorry to make it so long, but it was on topic. It was on topic. It was with empathy.
I could agree with that. It's definitely, empathy doesn't always work out the best. You may have good intentions, and you end up being the one kind of getting fucked over for it. So I definitely can see that. I've been in that position a couple of times myself. Okay.
Yeah, I did, but I'm okay with that because I always I win in the long run because motherfucker, I walked my ass to the train. Keyword walk my ass to the train. Her ass is still rolling somewhere, and I walked. I walked to the train, so I'm fine. And I ended up getting a great stipend, if you will, from another source. And yeah, so it was kind of great, man. But yeah, sorry to, like, bore all of the dinners. Well, I'm not sorry. sorry. But if the dinners were bored, then sorry for them that they were bored. But I don't apologize if I did bore anyone, because we all have options and choices, you know. So, yeah, I'm done. Yes, the DENNERERS, the dinners. Yeah. And to anyone who was bored, fuck you as usual. Look, same shit. If you were bored, fuck you. And call in and tell something more entertaining. And by all means, if it's funny, I will laugh. And if it's not, I won't find the need to type anything. Have a nice day. Well, have a good night. And may you all stay safe from the coronavirus. Um, Even the ones who I don't really care for. You all stay safe as well. And Honcho, you stay safe from that shit as well. Stay safe from all the other bullshit as
Yes,
well.
yes.
And
I'll do
take
my
care,
best
man.
to avoid it. I appreciate your call, Mr. Kemah.
For sure, dude. Peace out.
Ronald Isley, you most definitely would have assaulted that woman, and I believe that wholeheartedly. Um, Eastside, I'm not one to deny a man a snow bunny. So for those of you who were asking, yes, it was Heidi. She stole that dog, so there's that. Then she got tired of it and abandoned him somewhere in Kentucky. So there you go. So here's what we're gonna do too, and I'm glad actually that this picture was shared. It'll stand for another 10 or 15 seconds while I express these thoughts. So we're gonna do a game for some of you who I may not have shown your face. We're gonna play a game. Like I want to do a guess that den folk type situation, right? And so we'll start maybe tomorrow or whatever. If you want to contribute your picture, I fucking hate Trill. Between Trill and Heidi this evening, they're both terrible people, but very, very bad people. Two of the oldest school den folks are just terrible people. I don't even know how they've been here this long. All right, John Segura, appreciate you coming through the New Mexico. Where's John Segura from? Tom Segura. That Big M is Tom Segura. But my thing is this, right? So what we'll do is we'll kind of make it anonymous. Don't tell anybody. I'm sending my picture in. It's me. But we'll just have pardon me. We'll have evenings where somebody can send their picture in. Probably helps if your picture's not in your profile, and then people will guess. Or if you do have a picture in your profile, you can still send a picture, and then what I can do is just kind of maybe like digitize the face to make it look random, like you're on Cops. You know what I'm saying? I know that was everybody's dream growing up, or maybe a episode of Reno 911 or something like that. And so I'll digitize the photo so that way we'll play like a guess that den folks. Like I say, starting today, the pistachios will be wiped out. But you'll still have your hours. So if you have your hours, then don't worry, your hours won't be wiped out. But the pistachios will be wiped out. And then we'll start from scratch tomorrow. And so I'm going to give multiple ways for you guys to earn pistachios because I know that feelings will be hurt once they get reset. But early birds, like I say, challenging, stealing, the various games. Now, what y'all have to know is certain games, certain little things they actually take pistachios. So I'll probably fix some of the other games that you don't necessarily can win or lose pistachios. I'll take off the little pistachio fee for like I think if you do like the racist, I think you do love meter, and some of those charge pistachios, some of those don't. But the ones where you can gain pistachio socks, steel, I think there's another one. we'll figure it out. So I'll make sure that you guys aren't losing pistachios doing that. But like I say, so what'll happen is for the person who submits a picture to be, for someone to guess who this person is, um, we'll do a nice bonus of pistachios, maybe like 25,000 pistachios. Calls will go back to being what did they used to be, 1,000 pistachios for a call or something of that sort. Early bird was what, like 5,000. So like I said, I'll have the adjusted numbers, tomorrow, so everybody will know what's what. So again, like I say, calling in, get you bonuses. Submitting pictures, things of that nature to share with the den folk, get you bonuses. Guessing who is who will get you bonuses. Things like that, and then donating will be like 1,000 pistachios per dollar. So something like some of that sort. We'll get it all. We'll get it all figured out. This little fat kid will be big. Yeah, that's funny. Reno 911 was for a bit was one of my favorite shows. The pistachio. What'll happen is whoever has the most pistachios at the end of the month will get some special den merch, and it'll be something that that you can't necessarily order or buy. So it'll be something custom, or maybe like a one-off item that just nobody else will have access to. So the only way you can get it is either by winning it. So that way, feel a little special. Let me see. I have a couple of things that I was working on today, so it'll be some interesting. It'll be some very interesting things going on. No Honcho underwear, but I don't know. I've seen they have sports bras. We'll find somebody's willing to model a sports bra. They'll get we'll see, maybe 100,000 pistachios. I need fat niggas. I ain't talking about fat men modeling a sports bra. It doesn't count. I know some of you like to do weird things in your own time. You keep that out the den. But, we'll figure it all out. But it's terrible. It's terrible. Oh, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I do. I got some things I gotta make sure I do that this week. I got a couple of things I gotta. So I'm glad you said that. A sleep mask, a Real Digger T-shirt. Interesting. I'm gonna get all from now on, because Trill is such a big fan. I'm gonna get all my own personal Honcho merch is going to be in all V-necks. That's it, all V-necks. The Den sleep mask, that'd actually be pretty cool. So I saw something, but I don't know if, I guess I'll give a hint at one of the things I'm thinking about for the first, for the first, winter of the month. And that is, and again, I don't know if anybody's calling in. If you do, you might have to, hit the reset button or whatever, or refresh it. A couple other things too. Let me say, for the Den supporters via Patreon, and for some of you, there's some of y'all know who just don't necessarily do the Patreon. That definitely support behind the scenes, so I'll make sure I take care of y'all too. I'm going to be doing a couple of things, because if I stick with this phone service, there is a VIP calling mechanism. I've never used it. I knew about it a little while back, but I just never implemented it. But there is a way for certain people to have priority phone access. And so, like I say, for some of y'all who have definitely shown some love in various methods, the Patreon, definitely I'm going to make sure I hook y'all up with some VIP line access, and just various things, man. Like, it's just to show my appreciation. So like I said, I'll be working on all of those tidbits. How many pistachios if someone gets a den tat? Oh, good grief. That's permanent. I'd have to like that. It'd have to be like a recurring thing. You get a den tattoo. That's I don't even know. That's probably like worthwhile if it's a million. I mean, I don't know what I do with that. But I've been debating, right? I've been debating. I don't think I am. I've been pondering over some things, some looks, some different stuff. So, maybe spicing some stuff up as far as logo wise and some other stuff. I'm gonna see. But the one thing I was thinking about for the first VIP, like the bad phone. Yes, you get you just send a signal. I'll see it and instantly pick up your call. But I know fanny packs have come back in fashion. I don't know how. I don't know who did this. You know what I'm saying? But fanny packs are a thing. So I was looking at the at possibly doing a fanny pack for one of the first giveaways. Just a couple of different things. Like I said, there's a variety of different things, and so, like I said, the service I use primarily that I have the Den Show merch shop set up on, it has a lot of stuff, but there's another service that has quite a bit more offerings, and so I've been saying I'm gonna do it for a long time, but it's just a lot. I'm been focused, like I said, a lot on studying because I really want to be able to take this test here pretty soon. And it's not like I don't know. It's just it has been very knowledgeable though, because I've gained a lot of detailed knowledge because a lot of shit you've kind of known or I know how this works, I understand it, but kind of get the background behind it and just the proper terminology to identify certain things. Very interesting, but what I'd have to do is, like I say, host my own site for me to set up and use the other service that offers more variety of stuff. So I'm thinking about that. Yeah, Teespring is what I'm using right now. But see, the thing about Teespring too, that's a benefit though, is like if you ever get to a certain number, and I saw your email, John, and I saw it not that long before the stream. I'll write you tomorrow, and I'll try to get as detailed as I possibly can. Look, niggas, niggas is wearing fanny packs. Y'all niggas ain't talking about shit. I got this. Look, we'll get to y'all in a minute. It's ladies first. Because when I was away, only the ladies of the den showed me love and wrote me. So I put the ladies first in my heart. Y'all was showing no love. But I lose my train of thought. Yeah, but like I say, so I either have to host my own site. But the thing that happens though is with YouTube, once you get to a certain thing, you can like certain channels that have that Teespring merch shelf, like right under the channel or whatever. Well, like you have to get to a certain number to get that, and then now you've gone too goddamn far, Professor Trill. But you have to get to a certain number to get that. But that's a Teespring service, so it's like try to get some growth and just do that, or maybe just do some of this more specialized stuff through the other shop. Like I say, it's a lot of stuff going, a lot of decisions. It's more convenient to use Teespring, honestly, but like I said, there's other services that offer a greater variety of items and some more customizable and unique items. So we'll see how that works. Corona Master say, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, I was looking it up too, how to make your own homemade N95 mask, basically. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting situation. I guess I should be paying attention to the lines just in case somebody is calling out. I guess that helps to know. That's interesting. But like I say, just with being the first, I figure we'll start on the first. It's no April Fools. I know I haven't really been on the day dens the last few. Yeah, I remember you telling me your shirt had got it got messed up sliding between the truck or by the truck or something like that. So I forgot about you. Um, yeah, I'm gonna start making some tomorrow. What I saw is that you can get those. You get those HEPA filter vacuum bags because what is it like? That they filter down to like point zero 0.03 or 0.003, whatever it is, microns. And but they say like the corona's like 0.012 or something, so it's really small. But it's the same thing with the N95 mask. They only filter like 0.003 microns, so it's like the same thing. And then you go, what is it? You go, but it's the way that they're designed is what the little shit gets caught up on. What has happened? Terrible. Terrible. Oh my God. I have terrible moderators. Terrible. Yeah, that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. It's like we are all going to somehow, some way, we're all gonna end up getting it. So DeMarque's fucking blocking everybody. That's what the fuck is going on. DeMarque is just going wild with his wrench, and it's just like, what the fuck, man? It's terrible. Like, yeah, I try to give the guy DeMarque a chance, and then he just goes crazy. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
This is the oppressed John from New York.
Tell me about your oppression, Mr. John.
I have been timed out for all of 1 minute and 45 seconds already. And I'm just calling to let you know I'm not going to take this any longer, okay?
The time. Oh,
it's
man.
unbearable. It's unbearable. I don't know how any human being could suffer for this long and so vilely. I feel so violent. I don't even feel like a human right now.
Mm-hmm. I feel you.
It's just, after I've made donations to the den, how dare you?
Yeah. I'm going to have to do something about that damn DeMarque.
Was it him?
No, it's fucking Professor Trill. And the rompers comment. Terrible. Terrible. Trill's a terrible person.
What's wrong with male rompers?
Well, here's the thing: is Trill has a pair. Trill is a clothing collector. Okay, he's a very fashionable gentleman. A lot of jerseys, a lot of throwbacks, but he has a small section in his closet for male rompers, and so I don't think he wants anybody to, impede on his lead in his male romper collection. So he didn't want to throw that idea out there. Then other people may, try to, try to kind of steal his swag, I guess you could say.
I'm gonna sneak into his house when he's away on driving the truck. I'm gonna bedazzle all his Air Force Ones.
Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible thing.
Heidi, you wiener schnitzel, Heidi, get the hell out of here. But good looks to Heidi for sending in the picture. She gave all of the guys in the den excellent spank bank material.
No comment.
But yeah, the girl in the picture wasn't that bad either looking. So all right, I'm gonna go now. I just called in to tell you guys I'm not taking it any longer. So how long am I in this YouTube jail for? 10 minutes?
What is it, like 5? I think it's 5, like 300 seconds, something like that. I think it's like 5 minutes.
All right. How did everybody know that a moderator timed somebody out? Did they get like some kind of notification?
I think the other moderators can see it.
Oh, somebody's gonna snitch.
Definitely.
All right, Honcho. I'll talk to you later.
All right, John. Appreciate the call, man.
All right, bye.
All right. What is it, like 5 minutes? I know it's either 5 or 10, but I think it's like 5. You know what I noticed too, that the comments, and I should just have this up. The comments actually show up faster in this fucking chat bot than they do on the actual YouTube chat. I don't know why the fuck that is. It's weird. Yeah, then DeMarque tried to copy him and then started blocking people. You know, DeMarque's is a copycat. But no, but here's the thing though, and just kind of getting to it. But empathy can get you fucked off, and so I say I have no issue with going back to the previous call whenever Roman had called in, he was talking about why he didn't feel old guy was self-made. Look, man, everybody has a lot in life. Some people are put in a better position than others. Like here's my thing, right? What about here's the thing. We all want to talk about Kylie Jenner and the Kardashians and all that other shit. Why didn't Russell have a couple of daughters? Why didn't they blow up like that? Remember when Russell had like a show, or was it Run, or whichever one? It's the same person to me. So y'all can't say I'm racist. No, you say all white people look alike, Honcho. Well, the Run DMCs all look alike. Rev Run, Russell, Diggy, all whoever. But my thing is like they were super popular, right? They were super duper popular, and they never capitalized on their fame like that. Run's house, that's what it was, Run's house. And so why not? Like, why didn't they have that level of success? You see all kinds of different celebrities. I mean, who is it? And you can say, oh, well, they don't have a TV show, and they don't have, but they have the millions, right? And so if you already have a head start with the millions, then there should be no excuse, because it's not that hard to start a business, right? And so that's my thing. Like, I cannot fault the Kardashian kid for putting it all together and figuring it all out, right? And that's the thing. That's also what I was going to say about as far as her only having certain shades. Look, let's be honest. Y'all gonna get mad about what I'm going to say. They're going to get really mad. Well, not everybody. Some of y'all going to get really mad about what I'm going to say. There's a reason Wally World is locking up all of the black hair care products. And it's not because they're racist. Okay? That is not why they're doing it. You know what I mean? They're doing it because there are certain or a significant amount of people within our community, we'll call it, that steal. That's it. It's not to oppress you, paying customer. You know what I'm saying? It's not to oppress you, person with particular hair care needs, but because these other individuals capitalize on the opportunity to steal these things at a very high rate, well, it is what it is. And then there's like a limited supply, okay? And so what I mean, not like it's a limited supply of black hair care, but I mean, it's a limited range. So it's probably more known. I'm not going to sit here and say white people don't steal. Some of the best thieves I've ever known have been white people. I'm not even going to go into these stories. But it's because there's a limited supply. It's super noticeable whenever it's a certain supply missing. And, it's a target group. So, like, I don't blame her for saying, I'm not going to put my shit out there. Motherfuckers going to pilfer my shit. I'm going to make more money if this particular group buys my shit, or this is where my biggest fan base is. Let's be honest too. It's not just that. It's not even just a black thing. Okay, maybe I'm picky. Okay, all right. Cause niggas be stealing. Niggas got niggas of all races. Like Joe Exotic is like the nigga version of white people. Okay. Like if you want a prime example of the nigga version of white people, it's like Joe Exotic and his whole crew of flunkies. That's white niggas. But in reality, like I said, you have certain demographics on the people. Black people hate the Kardashians. Black women hate the fucking Kardashians. Okay? Let's be real. You say anything slightly positive about the Kardashians, black women do not want to hear it. They're going to claim that they're culturally appropriating. Um, they don't like the look. They don't like that they fuck with black men. Black women don't like anything that's stealing black men that they're not even gonna fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So it's they're not gonna buy the Kylie products, right? They were mad because who was it? Who was it? One of them had like a challenge and they was fucking up their lips, like the fuck up your lips challenge. And motherfuckers was bruising their lips up and fucking their shit off. Um, so even if she only had certain colors that weren't going to be available to certain groups, it is what it is. I'm not like exclusivity makes brands that much more coveted. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know if people realize that if you make shit accessible to everybody, then not as many people really want it. You know what I'm saying? But if you make it exclusive, it's terms like limited time only, exclusive, these things like that, makes people want it. It triggers something in consumer-minded people to buy. I mean, there's a science behind selling, like all of this stuff. And so, man cave, what's the motherfucking deal? Joe Exotic is the only thing helping America survive the Ronas. All right, the Joe Exotic memes. I think the Kemah posted one. I got 99 problems in the Tiger A1. The Tiger and my husband, the husband A1. Like the Carol Baskin memes are the greatest. Like she's a terrible person. Like the worst kind of person is her. And so you know, there's that. But my thing is just like, if it weren't for the memes, like I said, I think we'd have a much tougher time. Going, the McRib, exactly, the McRib. McRib come back every 2 months. Motherfuckers act like that shit just exclusive. Like, that little pork slab of leftovers is always going to be around. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What's going on? This is boy man up here.
Man up. What's the motherfucking deal, man up? What's on your mind, man? How you feeling about the topic tonight?
Well, I was listening to when Roman was talking, and I just wanted to call in because I could see his point and everything he was saying, but I think he was kind of missing it a little bit. I mean, self-made doesn't always mean just because you come from wealth. You know what I'm saying? That you already, you know, established. You know, being self-made just means that you're taking a certain opportunity and you're making it, you know what I'm saying, for you. You know what I mean? You know, or for whatever your situation may be at that time. You know, that's really the definition of self-made. Just because you come from riches doesn't mean that you're not self-made. Right. I mean, I get where you're coming from when you brought up Tracy Ellis Ross and, you know, and all that stuff. Yeah, she probably got a leg up for being Diana Ross's daughter. Probably did, but that doesn't mean that, you know, that she was already going to be successful. Because there's a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, that the child of a successful, you know, whatever, in whatever genre that is, maybe, and don't do shit. You know what I mean? So, but I just think, you know, when it comes to being self-made, a lot of people do take that stuff for you know, that term for granted, because you hear a lot of rappers saying that stuff these days. And I just think that, you know, the way that the way you do it, you don't have to be rich to be self-made. You could be just working your regular 9 to 5. As long as you're handling your business, you're not struggling. You know what I'm saying? That's really self-made. And then I didn't catch the whole thing, but I heard you talking about a little bit about the Kardashians. Can you fill me in on that a little bit? What you were saying?
Yeah, because that's kind of what we were speaking on. Is like Roman had brought up a point about the Kardashians, and what I was talking about the one who's the billionaire, and she donated $1 million to help provide supplies, PPE and supplies to I think nurses in LA or medical, you know, professionals in LA. And what had happened was I showed a video, or I showed a Twitter feed where the lady was talking about, oh, it's not enough. We need to get rid of billionaires. This ain't, you know, enough money to give away. And here's my thing. Even if that money was spread across, you know, thousands of people, who's to say that all these people would still gave money? They might have just kept their like that's anyway. That's another story. But and then somebody was talking about Mark Zuckerberg because he helped contribute like $25 million to a cause, and they're talking well he's got 81 $billion or whatever, and this ain't so he's not giving enough money. And my thing is like people who are pocket watching and trying to say what other people should do with their money. When one, it's not like they literally have that much money just sitting in the back of their house that they could go grab it. This is generally assets and things like that. But people just think that whatever they're doing is just not enough, and they should have to give their money to other people. And so he was just that's kind of what led to the self-made thing about the Kardashian, the little one or whatever. It's just saying that she wasn't self-made. She had a leg up. And but I don't think he had an issue with how much money she gave. He just said that his issue was with them calling her self-made.
Well, I think what it is when people don't give away let me change that term, not give away, but help with their money. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're not, that they mean they're selfish. Mm-hmm. I think, because George Foreman, he wasn't known for donating his money to charities and nothing like that. Yeah. He wasn't really known for that. But that doesn't mean that he's selfish. That's his money. He worked hard for it. He do what he want to do with it. Right. I'm going to say, who am I to, get mad at him for what he worked hard for? You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, I just think that people just take that for granted. Oh, you rich, you should give back. Right. People take that stuff for granted. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just think with all that, it's your business. You worked hard for that. You did what you got to do to make that as you. Correct. So with all that, and I don't get it. I never understood that just because you got $100 million or you should give back to where you come from, all that. Says who? Correct. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to, that's your business. If you don't, again, it's your business. But then also, too, just because one of the Kardashians came up, saying with the family does not mean that, they're not self-made. That don't mean that they had it made or whatever. It doesn't mean anything. Because look at Magic Johnson, what he did with his son. Yeah, his son, was like working for his business and stuff, but he made his son clean toilets before his son worked all the way up. So, so I just look at that, just people just had this idea of what to do with your money. They counting your paychecks, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Yeah. But anyway, I just want to call in, man, because I heard Roman talking, and that was a good thing what y'all was saying. That good back and forth y'all had there.
Mm-hmm. It's always a good time talking to young Roman. Trying to see where his head is at. It lets you know that hey, all the youth ain't lost in today's world. We talk about this younger generation quite often, but hey, Roman is a symbol of hope for the future.
I got you, man. All right, man. I think I'm gonna lay it down right now, man.
All right, man. I appreciate you calling in, man.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too. All right. I think we're winding down on that note with Mr. Man Up. Like I say, a couple of things that, just start doing. For those of you who do know that you can text if you don't want to call, if you have points that you want to make, and they can be anonymous or whatever. Like I say, we're going to definitely be sticking to the 2-hour rule. And I was kind of loose tonight with the time. It is what it is. Because tomorrow, starting in April, good night, Miss Smith. We are going to be stringent on the 10-minute rule. And so that way we can maximize the amount of calls that get in. And the thing to work with that is that if you call, you hit your 10-minute mark, you can feel free to call back again. If you beat somebody else in line, hey, that's just the way things work. Also, like I said, what I plan to do is maybe like the last 10 minutes or so of the show, we'll stop taking calls, just kind of wind down, recap over some of the calls. If any text messages come in on the line, we'll read those, and then, just kind of have the Cherry Springer closing thoughts. Like I say, just going to just kind of start cleaning stuff up a little bit, just to have a smoother production. We'll figure out what the fuck is going on with these lights. And the show club thing, that's especially with everybody, dealing with various levels of quarantines and stuff like that. like I say, it was. I'm thinking 10 minutes before, so that way, like I said, I can do all the proper closings. If there's any messages to be read and all that, and then still have time to kind of, like I say, wind down and do the, basically my little exit conversation. All right, good night, sir, Mr. John. All you cool cats and kittens. Oh my God, fucking Carol has no soul. And just like I said, what happened? They got people calling in tips on her. Shout out to a particular Barry for sharing that information with me. But yeah, they got people sending in tips trying to fucking about her husband. What do they say? Like 6 tips a day since that show has come out. You know what I'm saying? And so I find that interesting. Man, and I agree. 17. Shout out to 17. Like, why? It looks like I got a spotlight on me. It's fucking, the lights are fucking up. It looks cool, kind of. Like, why would you want to force someone to give something? Because it's not the same. Like, what a person willingly gives out of their heart is something different. But to sit here and say, oh, they should do this and they should do that, knowing in reality that most of the people, well, that mentality is one why they'll never get in that position. I'm not saying I'll ever be there, but I have the opportunity, being in America, you have the opportunity to do anything. And I'm damn sure going, what it was saying, get rich or die trying. Man, I don't know who else in here. I don't know if we got the right age group in here. I might have to ask. I'll have to see. That's a tough question for those. I'd ask Professor Trio, but I'm gonna have to ask some other people. I have no comment for you, FP. But yeah, so like I said, just to start organizing things and just clean it up. But I definitely want to get more active within the Den community. We talked about a weight loss challenge for some time now, and I have definitely found a few of the pounds that I left when I went away for a little bit. So they've definitely made their way back home. So I think I may post a challenge either in the Discord or the Den Facebook group. I'm gonna step on the scale sometime tomorrow, see where I'm at, and we'll go from there. We'll see what's up. So that's where we. No, female pimp. I don't think you can lose it, but you sure can give it. So my thing is, like I said, we'll see where we start here. It's not no thing. I just, I want people to be. We're gonna get healthy. We're gonna be a healthy community. That's how we're gonna fight the Rona together. I'm gonna start doing like some of these fucking personal training shit. We're gonna start doing some video workouts. Well, see, you're at a disadvantage though, Heidi. You have to show some loss. So if you're already like there, then you're not gonna lose anything. So you don't even benefit. You just get a participation trophy. So there's that. So my deal is this, y'all. I just want to tell you, I think y'all are great, amazing, wonderful people. But it is that time. Man, I appreciate, man, y'all got the party started before the stream even got going today. But shout out to Heidi Trill, Jacera Eastside. Let me make sure I remember Shonda, D the Gamma. Let me make sure I ain't forgetting nobody player. Make sure everybody gets their love. All right, cool. And there we go. So again, like I say, I thank all of you who, came through and just, just set it off. So, but enjoy your pistachios for a little bit. But like I say, tomorrow we will all be back at 0. I'll be adding some of the early birds for those. Oh, one quick thing. Right? We're talking about, people with a leg up and using advantages. It didn't work well for Marvin Gaye the third. That's all I'm going to say. With that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I'm Chugging Up a Deuce. I'm going to be up out of here. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. And to go along with all that stuff, I'm going to start being on time. 9 o'clock every night because I know y'all aren't getting the notifications. And so I know everybody's not on all the other social medias. 9 o'clock, we will be ready on time. I'm going to start... I'm start having the things up early, so you'll have like I did one week where you have the list of all the upcoming streams. So, with that being said, Chuck It Produce. Y'all ain't got to go home. Probably be in the Discord for a little bit, talking on the Discord if y'all want to slide into the Discord. Usually I get in there early and then nobody shows up for a little bit, so I slide out and I come back and everybody like, well, where's everybody at? Well, we're just bad timing, but I'm out. Y'all stay safe.